I was very excited about watching Badla. The fact that it had Amitabh Bachchan and Tapsee Pannu, whose acting made Pink so eminently watchable.
हाँ या ना में जवाब दीजिए. Don't shake your head.
नहीं.
And the fact that it was directed by Sujoy Ghosh, whose kahani was so good, that was a bonus. The setup is fairly straightforward and the movie launches right into it without wasting too much time. Tapsee Pannu has been arrested for the murder of her lover, and Amitabh Bachchan is coming in as her lawyer. He has been hired to specially coach her and prepare her as a witness so that she can be free of this accusation.
Witness तैयार करना उसकी expertise. 40 साल में वो एक भी केस नहीं हारा है.
Amitabh and Tapsee play off each other, and the timeline of the story as well goes crisscrossing between the past and the present. Tapsee Pannu relays her side of the story and Amitabh tries and picks holes in it.
जो भी तुम मुझे बताओगे, वही मेरे लिए सच होगा.
And all their exchanges are very fast-paced. You never feel that there is any dull moment. I think the director's idea about making Amitabh constantly play with the timer and giving us shots of that makes us feel this urgency that the time is running out and there is a lot yet to be covered. Even if it was a psychological ploy, it works really well and you never feel that the pace has slowed down. As the movie goes on, Tapsee's character reveals its layers. She is not the victim of circumstances and she's not as innocent as she starts out with. When she makes that switch, the movie becomes much more interesting to watch. The premise is quite interesting and it is shot in locations which are bleak but very beautiful. I read that it is shot in Scotland, most of it in Glasgow, but surprisingly I did not hear any Scottish accents. All the fringe characters very conveniently turn out to be Indian or at the very least South Asian. Whether it is Tapsee's lawyer, another victim who is Amrita Singh's son, even the inspector investigating the case turns out to be South Asian. I think Bollywood needs to move away from that. If you do make the decision to shoot in foreign locations, every important character cannot be Indian. There are a lot of Indians everywhere in the world, but it just does not feel right that this story is set in Scotland, but there is no character of note that is Scottish. I think that's a missed opportunity. However, more problematic is Tapsee's switch from this innocent victim to this scheming, conniving criminal. Although possible, it was not very convincing, and this attempt at making her seem capable of that by saying repeatedly that she has won a Business Person of the Year award, it seemed like an afterthought in building up her character. There are multiple explanations put forward of the events, some from Tapsee, and then Amitabh picks holes in that, and you keep going back over those events. For it to have been as good as Kahani or any other movie of this genre, all of those stories had to be believable, but it is very easy to pick holes in that. Early on, one of the explanations of why police are convinced that there was no one who was in the room where the murder happened and that no one had escaped was the fact that they could not see any footprints in the snow.
बंद कमरे के अंदर वो आया और गया कैसे?
And later on, another explanation that is given is that one of the possible perpetrators of the crime was supported by one of the hotel staff, and the criminal went out the window and walked the ledge and came out from another room. The snowfall was not so heavy that fresh snow would have covered those footprints. As soon as that happened, I thought more effort should have been put in the story. And similar problems keep coming up over and over. So as the movie progresses, it becomes easier to guess what's going to happen next. And that being the sole element which differentiates a good whodunit from a great one, means that although this movie is watchable and you will enjoy it, it will be forgotten about very soon. So a minor spoiler here, Amitabh turns out not to be the lawyer. He's another character which has already been part of the story. But it is so implausible because the two characters that we are told is the same man. They could not be any more different. Their vocabulary, their diction, the way they speak.
वो मूर्ख होता है जो सिर्फ सच को ही जानता है.
And the very obvious differences in their mental capacities. One is a fairly ordinary employee and the other, played by Amitabh, is this super sharp, very, very clever person. It's just not believable. Ultimately, however, this is better than most of the movies that come out from Bollywood. It keeps you gripped from start to the finish, even though towards the end, it starts losing the element of mystery, and that mystery goes away a long time before the end of the movie. So I would still recommend that you watch it, but this is unlikely to join the list of great whodunit movies like Kahani did. If you've watched the movie, let me know what you thought of it. Let me know what are your favorite murder mysteries and why this was not as good as those. Write it down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends and family. Until next time, bye-bye.